Hey folks, Poverty Point Customs here. What we're going to do today is change the oil filter on my John Deere 1025r. So what you're going to need is your oil filter, a funnel, a 17mm socket, a 10mm, and your diesel oil. I'm going to be using Rotella T5 15W40. I find it's a semi-synthetic. It has the best of both worlds. And something to drain your oil into. First off, you want to have your engine warmed up on your tractor. Pop open the hood. So I'm going to remove the side cover on the right side. It's a 10mm nut and bolt here. So just take that out and slide this back. And you can see how much more room that gives you. And there's our oil filter, our dipstick. You have a fill right here as well as one on top of the engine. And there's a fill on top of the engine. So under the engine, here's our oil drain plug. You're going to take this off and let the oil drain out. While the oil's draining, I like to take off the fill. That way I find it drains quicker. Once it's done draining, you want to clean off where your drain plug goes in and then reinstall your drain plug. Check your washer and don't over tighten. And next you're going to remove your oil filter. Just make sure your pan's underneath of it to catch all the drips. I'll tell you, whoever put it on a little bit too tight. So what we're going to do is let this drain out. You're going to clean around the surface here. You're going to want to make sure that the old gasket's not still on there. And we're going to pre-fill the new filter a little bit and then we'll reinstall it. Because I'm using a 5-gallon jug, I actually got a little measuring cup here. That's good for a liter. So I put a little bit of oil in the filter, spin it around a little bit. That way it's going to get caught in the cartridge media around it. That way it's not quite a dry start. And you want to put some oil around your gasket. Again, you want to clean your surface there. So it's recommended once the gasket touches the engine surface, you want to turn it about another 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. Right about there. You don't want to over tighten this. And as you can see, I took out the dipstick. It gives you a little bit more room to work in here. So at the top of the engine, what we're going to do is put in just a little over 2 liters, and then we'll check it on the dipstick. All right, on the dipstick, we're showing full. So what we're going to do is reinstall the cover on top of the engine and take out the funnel. So we're going to open the garage door and let this run for a minute, and then we'll check the oil on the dipstick again. So I ended up adding about another 200 mils of oil, and I've checked for leaks around the drain plug as well as the oil filter. And I just want to make a note, I always date and put my hours on my filters. And this is also a good time to go over the tractor and grease any of the grease points. So I'll just reinstall the side cover here. And once that's reinstalled, we're all done. So I know on the John Deere service, there's a recommended 50-hour oil and filter change, and then every 200 hours. I'll be doing this minimum every year. And with that being said, if I put 20 hours on the tractor or 100 hours, it will definitely be done every year as part of my yearly maintenance on the tractor. And I also like to hear everybody's thoughts on what oil you recommend using. So the next video on the tractor is doing both my fuel filters I know the John Deere oil filters in my area are very, very expensive. So we'll try this one out. Again, this isn't on there for years at a time. This is probably only on there for 20 or 30 hours before it's changed out again. As well as your oil filter. Again, this is an aftermarket oil filter. It came in my maintenance kit. Like always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And also, I read all the comments. If you have any suggestions or whatnot, make sure you post them below. If not, thanks for watching.